guys, today we're going to be taking a look at my Glock 17. Once again, this was another build that I've slowly been working on for an extended amount of time, but I do have a lot of time on this one. I approximately have about 3,000 rounds to this gun, which isn't a lot, but when you're not a professional shooter or military or law enforcement, you can't get out to the range as much as you'd like. That's 3,000 rounds in this particular configuration. I have probably another 5,000 rounds on it before it had most of its upgrades, so this gun has seen a decent volume of fire. To start at the obvious here, I've had slide work done, and the slide work was done by Werx. Had it milled here up at the front to give me some front slide serrations. I also had a port here on the top to reduce some of the weight for the added RMR, and the RMR cut as well was added here. Werx also has the anti-flicker plates to help with type 1 RMRs like this one is. This build was done before, just right before they came out with the type 2s, so I haven't felt a need to upgrade it. And with the flicker plate, it hasn't given me any issues. I have the Ameriglow suppressor height sights. I do have a little bit of a marking from whiteout here to give me a reference point on the front post, but other than that, they do the job. Pretty simple, and they're nice. My barrel here is a Lone Wolf barrel, stainless steel, fairly accurate. It does allow me to shoot lead projectiles versus a standard OEM barrel, so that's nice, but I mainly got it for the compensator. This is a version 2 black TBRCI compensator, the micro comp. Really nice, keeps the gun very flat when you're shooting, and able to keep me on target and reduce some of that muzzle flip. The stippling here was done by Gun Grip Customs. I got a level 1 package, so that includes an undercut of the trigger right here, and then stippling on the frame, and then reference points. They do have a level 2 package where they do a double undercut, and they give you a ledge here, and I think they will trim some of the profile, but just felt like going with the level 1, and it's really nice, really competitive prices, and really insane turnaround times. I highly recommend checking them out. And they also polished the trigger. I left the stock OEM trigger because I really don't like messing with the trigger on a sidearm too much. I don't mind Glock triggers. I know a lot of people hate them, but I've kind of like learned to love them, and I just kind of decided to leave it alone. My light here is a Surefire X300U. This is the A variant, so I have the clips here to dismount and attach and detach the light. I don't mind that too much. And I have a Vickers extended magazine release, and I have an ALG Defense flared magwell, and highly recommend these, although I did have to modify it a little bit. I had to Dremel out a little bit of a section right here, as you can see, to be able to use certain magazine extensions, like this one right here. This is a Terran Tactical magazine extension. I did try to modify these as well. I ground down the bump here that locks the magazine into place, and then I also had to ground down a groove there to allow me to insert the mag. But after that, the magazines insert and sit flush without any issue and drop free, so that's nice. These are standard OEM Glock mags with the Terran Tactical Dark Flat Earth magazine extensions, I think +3. And the other magazines I typically use are just the Glock P mags, the P9s, and then I use the extended bump plates to be able to make them sit outside of the flared magwell. The only other upgrade I have on this gun is I have a stainless steel recoil spring, 15-pound recoil spring by NDZ, and just to help run lighter range ammo with a compensator. I do typically run hot loads in this sometimes, but I can't afford to do that all the time, and it's nice to just throw 115 grain in here and cheap out. But other than that, it's really nice, really fast gun if I need it to be, really accurate, as that rang steel at 50 yards, which isn't crazy, but for a sidearm it's decent. So it does the job, and is pretty much everything I want in a sidearm. I'm not a huge fan of the smaller grips. This isn't a carry gun by any means. This is definitely more of a range toy, but it is fun, and it's never really given me any issues in this configuration. Alright guys, please feel free to like and subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions about this gun, and I'll see you next week with some brand new content.